G'day and Merry Christmas. My name's Dan and today we're going to keep working on our character sheet. So this is just going to be a bunch of small changes and nice short video, and we'll keep plugging away at this. So I want to change the number field icon here. I want to make this portrait field quite a bit bigger, and we'll see what else we get up to in this particular video. So the first thing we're going to do is I've created a new frame. So we're going to go into frames, add a new frame. We're going to pick the image file. I'm going to use this one called hexnumgray. Struggling to get a decent hexagonal image at such a small size without the edges being quite so jagged. It is what it is. Hexnumgray. I'm going to leave the offset at 0000. This frame is not designed to tile. Okay, and we'll go back here to our car sheet. Select that box. Now my frame is actually 35 pixels wide, so this was originally 30 and 30, so we've made it slightly wider, and we'll change our frame from field dark to grey, easy, and that's good. Alright, hexnumgray, that's going to show up there, that's fine. And we now want to make our portrait, which sits here, somewhat bigger. So we need to dive into the core RPG code and see what that looks like. So we're here in the record car, in the car sheet window class. The file name's not that important. This is what's important, the window class car sheet. And some files will contain more than one window class, and again, so it's just the window class names that are relevant here. We're looking for our portrait. It's here. We can see that we've got a template called portrait car and a name. Now we can see here these bounds. This is a -137. So what that means is minus in the first or the third fields mean that many pixels in from the right, and a minus in the second or the fourth field mean pixels in from the bottom. So this is 137 pixels in from the right and 21 pixels down from the top, and it's 45 pixels in each direction, horizontally and vertically. We're going to use a different formatting for this. We're going to set this up. Well, it's actually going to be fairly similar, but our character sheet doesn't resize, so we don't need to bind to the right edge. I'm just going to bind it traditionally. So let's grab portrait car, and we also need the name. So we want to drag a icon in here, put it up here. We're going to size it to 70 and 70. Alright, we'll nudge it up fairly close here. We'll see what it looks like, because I can't see exactly where these are positioned just at the moment. We need to put a template in. Paste that portrait car, and we need to call this portrait. And we're not going to do any merging on this one. We're just going to do that. And let's publish this and see what we get. Okay, using my F1 key to reboot, reload the table. Alright, awesome. Our portrait is now substantially bigger, and I think that's a whole lot more visually pleasing. It is encroaching a little bit on this one. I don't really have much room to nudge over here. I'm probably going to drop it down 2 or 3 pixels vertically, but I'm going to either have to move the token a little to the right, and I could move the token and the speech bubble to the right, or I can resize this frame and trim some off here. I think we're going to move these two over. So let's go and have a look at those in the... well, actually, first let's move this down a couple of pixels. We'll click on it. I'm going to lock it because it's pretty much in the right spot, and then we're going to go down here. X385, that's horizontally. I'm going to change this to 14 pixels. Alright, that'll put a couple down. I think we need to go one more, 15. I don't want it too close to this frame underneath. And let's go and have a look at our core RPG codes. Now, we've actually got two here. We've got token car and we've got portrait base. Okay, now portrait base is the field that you click on. It's the placeholder that sits underneath portrait. We could resize this. I'm not too worried about it, to be honest. It still serves its purpose as it is. But we are going to put this one in. So we need to use the template called token car and the token name. We're going to keep the size 4040. So let's see how we go with that one. So let's add another icon in here. By default, it actually chooses 4040. We've nudged it fairly close in here. It's a little hard to see on this grey background, but they're quite close to each other, but not touching. Let's use the advanced template and give it a name, token. That should be fine there. And we want to do the speech bubble also. What have we got here? So button, car, activate, and it's called speak. And its size is 2322. Alright, so we take the template name, the name, and we need the dimensions 2322. Let's add another icon in here. Width 23. Now these seem to be out of order, but they're just alphabetically this way. But Core RPG or FGU references width, then height. So that's why they feel a little backwards. Alright, size is right. Let's position it up here. Okay, let's advanced template is button car activate, and I think it was called speech. I'm wrong, it's called speak. Let's copy that. Go back in here, our name is speak. Alright, let's push that, publish, reload the tabletop, F4 to launch the character. Alright, it's pretty close. It might be need a little tweaking there in terms of just a bit of balance or something. Maybe the speech bubble wants to line up with the roof, the top of edge of this one here. Little tweaks, but that's pretty close to where we want it. And look, I think that having the bigger portrait here just is a little bit more visually appealing. And our hexagonal number here looks about right. I'm pretty happy with that. Look, let's leave that for this video, a nice quiet one. Go have something to eat, enjoy your Christmas day, and come back in soon and we'll do another session.